So many startups, they have this amazing, sexy product, and their core focus is building a sexy product, then trying to sell it, ramping up the sales effort. And often than not, unfortunately, marketing seems to be the last part of the jigsaw puzzle.
Right.
And marketing needs to be brought in sooner to make the salesperson's life easier, because it's a marketer's job to go out there and tell the story. This is our brand. This is what we do. This is why you need to be part of the conversation with us.
How do you find the right SME for the? How do, like there's folks in, you know, there's a specific person that you and I are both thinking about that we work with. It's sort of, it's just sort of like, this person is, you know, loud and out there, and, you know, it's obvious that this person should be out in public. But then, you know, then there's people who are sort of more quiet and receiving, but actually have really amazing thoughts. What's the formula? What's the algorithm for saying this person is the right person to speak about something, and you know, and I want to put this person on the pedestal, and then finding the right pedestal for that individual?
I always see that as kind of my 30, 60, 90 day fact finding mission.
Okay.
Yeah. Interact with all of your function heads, so you have an in whenever an issue arises, but then also just through your initial welcome to the club, you see people, and just in depending on what their role is in the organization, but also their contributions. Are they the ones who were brought in to help explain the solution when the salesperson is pitching? Are they the ones who, if there's some breaking story and we need to respond from an industry thought leadership perspective, can they embrace the journalists? Do the journalists like them? Some people are a real natural, both in front of a camera, on the speaking podium. It's just what they do well. And when you find that, you want to hone in on it and reel them out as many times as you can.
Right.
Because it's kind of like, you know, they talk and people just listen.
Right. And the journalists liking them, I think, is a big deal, because there's
because the journalists need them to make the journalists look good.
Right. It's always making the next guy look good. So if you can
exactly.
Yeah.
And the final thing I would probably say is it's about striving to maintain your competitive edge without being arrogant.
Okay.
It's just about being informative, matter of fact, showing your expertise, but leave it to others to shout how great you are. Leave it to the media. Leave it to your clients when they agree to do a case study for you. Leave it to the clients when they agree to present at an industry event with you. You don't have to tell the world how great you are. Your job is to inform so others can do that for you.
Uh-huh. So would you mean, and maybe I'm taking this too far, but are you saying, you know, from let's say content marketing, right? So content marketing is, I'm just here to educate the market about the industry, and we're not telling you about, and then there's a separate lane, which is case studies. And case studies, we want the client to say, this is the best company on earth. But from a content marketing perspective, I'm just here to I'm just here to share what I've learned.
Exactly. And add to that what you're seeing happening in the industry. Because also people want to know that, okay, you may have the right solution for today, but will you still be able to offer me that solution or the appropriate solution 3, 4, 5 years down the road? Right. They also need to see that you're evolving. You're not taking your foot off the gas.
Right.
You are building a solution that the market demands. What the market demands today, what they're going to demand 18, potentially 24 months from now could be a different solution. Right. So they need to know that you're a vendor that they can grow with. And when I say that specifically from an enterprise financial services perspective, when you look at a lot of the vendors they have in place, they've been there for a long time. They grow with the organization. Those are the kind of relationships you want to keep building.
Right.
It's not just a here and now. It's maybe 5, 7, 10 years down the line. Are they still meeting our needs?
Right. So you want the client to be comfortable that when it comes time for review time A, B, or C.
Exactly.
That
Exactly.
it's a no-brainer. We're going to hire this company because they're seeing things 5 years ahead, and that we think they're telling us what's going to happen. We don't need to tell them what.
Exactly. And or we've already proven that we said X was going to happen in 3 years. It happened.
Right.
And that then gives you, the client, the advantage of knowing, okay, we need to start preparing for this. But hey, our strategic partner gave us the heads up, so we were ready when it happened.
Right. And I'd imagine
Makes sense?
that, yeah, it makes a lot of sense. And I'd imagine when having those hooks into the company, those relationships into the company, from having the marketing team be, working in tandem with sales, who's your ears to the ground, and client services,
Exactly.
and the SMEs, and everybody's telling you all this information, and then
because chances are the clients don't see marketing people.
Right.
As far as they're concerned, they may see their sales rep, they'll see their customer success person, they may speak with product if there's like a client advisory board or something. So marketing is behind the scenes.
Right.
So it's the people that they liaise with on a regular basis that is their partner.
To evangelize.
But we marketing can leverage that information. Yeah, exactly.
Right. That's great. So who does it well? Who does marketing? Who does branding well?
I always use this example just because they make me feel special. Virgin Atlantic. I have been a Flying Club member for probably over 20 years. They send me emails and the email starts, "Hello, gorgeous." How can that not make you smile? And honestly, it's like the online experience is the same in person. From the girl, from the person at the check-in counter to actually getting on board, the service that you receive, the fact that I can just like kick off my shoes, scroll through a whole variety of movies, it keeps me occupied and happy and contented. The food is good. The staff are pleasant. I don't think I've ever really had a bad interaction with Virgin. And then also, just looking at Richard Branson's story, the guy was dyslexic, wasn't great at school,
right?
Yet was just a visionary and just a hard worker. To think that Virgin was the first airline that had the TV screens on the back of the chair.
Wait, they were the first?
Yes.
I did not know that.
And we just take that for granted that, oh my God, it's been there forever. No, it hasn't.
Right.
They were the first.
Right. They're elevating flying, which sucks, to a luxury
it's
experience
laborious.
For everybody.
Totally.
And, including, you should have screens, you should have great food, you should have funny emails that make you smile. That's
Make the experience that, a 7.5 hour flight from London to New York goes just like that.
Right.
And they do it well.
Right. And what I'm also hearing from what you're saying is the consistency. It's every little thing. It's and this is just, I remember back in the day working with you, that's something, if Claudette cares about everything, it's Claudette cares about everything. It's, and it's, but that's because that's the point. It's the brand is every little detail has
every touch point.
Right.
Every touch point.